Switch up.
Talking about the pursuit of passion, although we tricked you with that bait click title.
Yeah, so it's not so much how to be rich and famous, it's more how to be rich in other areas and be successful, and be famous more so being known for your work.
I think a big part of coming into the space of finding your success starts with finding out what your gift is, what you're truly meant to be successful at. And even that process is a long process in itself.
Yeah.
Hey, Globetrotter.
So sit your butt over here with your quick clackety paws.
I want some popcorn.
No, you can't have any. I thought I wanted to be an actor or be a photographer, and then I was torn between the two, thinking, you can only do one. I was always told, pick one. So I had to constantly struggle with picking, and I would spend like a season focused on photography and then a season focused on acting, and it wasn't until I took up the challenge of this social media game of YouTube that I was able to actually combine my love for essentially storytelling with photography aspects and acting. I'm around a lot of actors or photographers, and that's just what they did, and I was like, man, I'm not like laser focused like them.
Yeah, totally. I had the same thing. Like, there were so many people who were like, okay, this is my craft and I'm going to be 100% all about it. I'm going to master it. And I'm like, well, I have 20 different things that I like.
Right, yeah.
I don't know which one I really want to like hone in on. You can have 3 different jobs.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I also think you still gotta pick one thing. Like when I read the books of the greats, like Andre Agassi did tennis, Bill Clinton did politics, like from day one. And so when you meet, like we had this conversation, like people now, because there's so much choice, they don't make any decisions. Like
it could be definitely like very saturated.
Yeah.
And like kind of like mediocre everything across the board.
And I meet so many people who are like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I do beauty and I do nuclear science and then I also have a tennis club and then I also play soccer. And you're like, wow, how do I put these things together? And it's really dope to have a lot of passions, but I think when you choose what your gift is and you find that, that's what you got to run with. And like, for you knew your gift was in visual storytelling. That's still a sentence. It's not like a paragraph. I sell DVDs and CDs and watches.
It's not like a multi-hyphenate. Yeah, totally. My parents had an accounting business. I was around high school, and then I think the first semester of community college, I dropped out after one semester, and I had to work full-time because my family was going through tough times, and that was just what they needed me to do, so I did. And before that, in high school, I thought I was going to be an orthodontist, actually. I thought that I was going to be like a dentist or something along that line.
Pearly whites.
Yeah, but
I just figured that was the thing to do. That you got to go to college, and then you go to college for 4 years, maybe another 4 years of whatever the graduate program is. Get a degree, get a job, start a family. Like a very formulaic, process.
I think the interesting thing now with 2016 is like everyone now wants to saturate the market with the arts or the creative field because it's so easy now that social media is telling everyone that these are such amazing careers and look at me, look at me, look at me. It's like, yeah, that's part of it, but then if you're not gifted with that, if you don't have the passion to dedicate, all that work into something that you're passionate about, then you're fooling yourself and you're kidding yourself and you're robbing yourself of years that you could be investing in something that is your gift.
I had that experience big time, and I learned that the hard way, but I mean, thankfully pretty young. Like I did, thank you, I was wondering. I did track and field forever, like since I was a kid, and I never really enjoyed it. I mean, you just run until you feel sick. And I was always good, but never like world's best, but I was like, pretty decent at it. And I had this goal in my mind of like scholarship to the States. Like that's all I ever wanted was a scholarship to the States. And so I kind of just like kept muddling through. I hated the practice. I remember growing up as a kid, I hated summer. I loved winter. And I'm like, why did I don't hate the cold, but because winter was always easier for track, I like just loved that season. We had a lot of off time during the winter. And when I got my scholarship and I went away to school, I remember one day a girl I was warming up for a race, and this girl was like, why are you so bitchy before you run? And I was like, because I hate it. And I just said it like that, flat out.
Wow.
And I realized at that moment, I had to give up my scholarship, go back home, and find what my actual gift was. Like, because I was so goal-oriented, and I realized even when I hit that goal, I still wasn't happy doing that thing, even though I was pretty decent at it. And so I went to school for journalism, and the rest is history. And I've enjoyed the process. I've been broke, poor, changed countries, all types of things, but never once have I thought of quitting. And since I quit track, I've never thought or wished I went back. And that's why I know it's the right.
Yeah. Which brings me to my next question. What are some common misconceptions with pursuing your passion?
The misconception that I would have is that the journey is painful. And I learned that, obviously through my track experience, where I was like, it's supposed to suck.
Like more pain.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be unenjoyable. You're supposed to grind. You're supposed to be unhappy. Like, if you don't love what you're doing every step of the way, when you get there, I don't think your feelings will be any different. You'll still be the same person. You'll still have the same desires and passions. So even though that the process can be hard and it's not a sacrifice, the actual thing that you're doing still should make you feel fulfilled and joyous and happy. Like, you were driven to do 3 videos a week right off the top, even though you weren't getting...
Hold on. She's making this up. It was a 3 video a week. That was like later on in the game. But yes.
But you enjoy it, is what it is.
I enjoy it. I had to sacrifice that creative who is like doing everything I love, which is like, I love taking photos, I love acting, I love creating, I love DIYs, I love all of that. There has to be, for me, a sacrifice in order to get to like my highest potential. I need to focus, and like you said, like it's about picking that one area that I am gifted in and driving with that. And once I get to a place where I'm comfortable, then I could entertain the idea of doing photo shoots or possibly even acting. Because right now what I do, even though I'm gifted in it and I enjoy it, it is work. Like this is what puts a roof over my head. This is what pays my bills. This is what pays some bills for my family. But at the end of the day, I think it is important to find joy in what it is that you're doing, whatever that is.
Alchemy.
Love that book.
My recipe, I think, for success is connections, currency, and consistency. That is, if people ever ask what it is. Thank you very much. But I think that's a big part of it. Connections is making friends who are like-minded in your passion. Currency, you do need money to make money. And that's the thing that we're all afraid to say. Whether that means taking up a job that you don't like just to be able to refinance into your passion. And then consistency means that you have to do what you say you're going to do, and you have to do it all the time. You got to show up for you.
Like, some people become irresponsible and don't take care of their finances. That's a lot. What I noticed with a lot of creatives. They're like, I'm going to quit my job and do this 9 to 5.
You have to be practical.
And do this as my career. And then I'm like, I've been there and I fell flat on my face, and then I had to get at that job again and make sure that I was financially responsible and not making immature decisions because of passion. I feel like a lot of people will react or act out of pleasure and out of feelings, and that's great, but you have to take your head with you. What's your goals? What's your strategy? What are you going to do to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and whoever else you're responsible for?
Yeah, just have a pragmatic approach.
Good word. Yes.
Oh,
what?
The guy next door.
Ooh. Should we text him?
Text him.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Shannon's king.
This is
Shannon's.
No, he's not my king. It's just he slid in the DMs, and I was like, who would be cool to come at a slumber party? This dude, and you guys will appreciate him too. Okay, what should I say? Having a heated conversation with some hot friends.
Games!
Game time!
Would you rather game?
With my fave.
We have our A or B cards.
A-B.
Pull them up. Would you rather a life where everyone knew your work and no one knew you? A. Or B. Everyone knows you and no one knows your work.
I'm gonna be real.
Sorry, I burped.
Okay, so I chose B because so much of what I do, especially as an educator, is connecting with people directly. And unless people know me, like the biggest joy to me is having people on the street come and talk to me. We had a meetup in Miami recently, and a bunch of girls came and had these intimate conversations with me. And if they didn't know me, then I wouldn't have that opportunity. So I don't know. I just think that connecting with people is important to me, so I choose B.
I mean, it's a tough question. I think you go either way. I mean, I feel like either situation you can kind of spin in your favor. Like, if people know you and not your work, then it's like, well, you know me. Here's my work. Like, take a look at it. You know what I mean? And for us, for our choice,
For sure A.
I think it could be just if that's something that you want to do, if you want to be known for your work, then have the work come first. Have it be solid, have it be, quality, and then you could be like, hey, this is me. I'm the one who did it.
Okay, next question.
It's a selfless way.
Would you rather be given $1 million or get 1 million authentic, active followers online? Listen, I could do a lot of this with a lot of money.
True. That's what I'm like, give me the physical currency. Speaking of currency first.
Well, I feel like with followers, you can inspire people to do change. Like, there's so much great that you can do, and the variety is really there. So
I appreciate that.
Sounds like Shannon loves the spotlight.
No, I don't. I'm so...
She's just going to make the followers pay $1 each, so you get $1 million.
Exactly.
Next one. Would you rather A, love who you work with even though their work was only mediocre? Or B, would you rather love the work of your teammates who you only have a mediocre relationship with? That's an interesting one.
We're going for the same stuff.
Okay, B.
I think we all agree.
Learn this the hard way.
Yeah.
Learn this the hard way. Work with people that I loved, and we're best friends, and at the end of the day...
If the work isn't up to par, it's like... It makes it even tougher, to be honest, the relationship, because you're like...
Okay, next question. Would you rather have the man of your dreams or the job of your dreams? Fuck. This is hard.
That one's really hard.
This is hard. I'm not gonna lie.
I got mine. Because I already have my man of my dreams.
No, you can't do that. You gotta give him up.
What? I have to give him up?
Yes.
Damn it.
You're either successful and lonely, or you're with a man who makes a lot of money and you're at home doing nothing, but you love his ass.
Wait, so he does make a lot of money, though?
He's good. Yeah, he's good. You're not on the streets in love.
This is hard. Because I love to work. But I love me a good man.
I think I can find a way to make it work, you know what I mean?
Okay, we gotta make a choice. 3, 2, 1. So why, Maya?
Because I love what I do, and if what I do can help transform lives, then I don't need it.
Such an upstanding citizen.
Yeah.
Because I imagine me being like at home with a rich man who gives me everything, and I'm like, I think I might go crazy. I think I might hate him.
I honestly would have chosen B, but I have experienced A, and I, in that moment, knew in my heart I would decide that person. Because their career was so great, I'm like, yeah, I'll just have kids and chill out for a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Come and just...
I'm a very emotional person, and I don't know, yeah, I agree with you. It's
Really,
like,
love is a dream come true. I don't know.
true,
But but fulfilling people's lives and having
also a
purpose,
dream
and
come
that's a
true.
dream come true. This is hard. This is the
hard.
answer.
Hard.
That's the right answer.
Would you rather A, start from the bottom, or B, live a life where everything was handed to you from the top? Okay, that's easy.
Oh.
What? You guys rather start from the bottom?
Yeah.
Ew! Why?
It teaches you.
Trials and
cultivates
tribulations, yeah.
character, work ethic.
Now, after a
Appreciation.
lifetime of doing that, I look at it like nepotism means something, and whoever has that, all power to you. I think if you don't have to do it, and I want to give that to my kids, you know?
I
In
don't.
theory, I want them to be able to have the resources there for them. I don't. No, it's overrated. Be
No.
all day. Be all day.
Well, for me, A. I don't want a spoiled brat who
Yeah.
doesn't know the meaning of hard work,
Yeah,
who doesn't
I
know the
agree.
meaning of just that grind. They have zero appreciation, those spoiled little brats.
Yeah.
No offense.
Without the trials and tribulations, it just wouldn't make me the person that I am. Without having to overcome tragedy or overcome hardships.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of life, is overcoming and succeeding and knowing that you did that and you're proud of that, and not just like, oh, it's so easy, I have 5 iPhones, and it's like, what? You know, I throw them away every day.
Beat me up, Scotty. I'm ready to go. Oh, he's here! Come in!
How are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Yay! Have you ever been to a slumber party?
I haven't, not like this.
No?
No.
Hold on, what have
Really?
you been to?
You would think that
Wait a
was
minute.
your upbringing.
You've been on America's Next Top Model, so you have had slumber parties.
I guess so, I did,
Ooh.
yeah. Hey, how you doing?
She's real excited you're here.
Come on.
She is
Jeez.
so excited.
Jackie's going
Tagging
in.
you.
Yes, girl. You got good taste.
She's like,
Come here.
she's
She's like, no, thank you.
Yeah. She's like, no, I'm
that's
sitting
my
right
girlfriend.
here. Keith has not only been on America's Next Top Model, but you are a winner.
Keith, you are America's Next Top Model.
Congratulations.
When they told me no, you told me yes. And I appreciate you all. Yes.
Yeah!
congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you get a face named after you, like a blue steel or like the Keith?
Keith Carlos.
No, but throughout
That's a
the whole
cool name,
cycle,
though.
I got a lot of backlash from the judges saying I had the same face the whole time.
Can we see
Oh,
it?
really?
It worked,
What
right?
was the same face?
Oh,
The
damn.
Keith Carlos.
That's right.
Yes.
I teach you all. You all can just show
Okay,
me.
teach us.
Yeah, teach
All right,
us.
so-
Ready?
It's all in the presentation of the shoulders, right? You gotta relax. You gotta roll them back. It's in the neck, right? Then you squint.
You count us down.
Like 1, Two.
I'm living.
3. Slower. You whip the neck around. You gotta do it slow.
Sorry.
Let's do
It gives
slow.
an element of
Dramatic
suspense.
effect. Okay, slow, right?
Okay.
Ready?
I love it. Yes. Okay. You
That's the
practiced
red
that
steel.
one. That's the red
the red
steel.
steel.
The
We'll
red
take that.
steel.
Okay, so this
So
is
what's
Slumber
this?
Party. We do little activities, and today's episode is all about passion and
Success.
and fame and all that stuff.
Michelle Pham.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
dope.
epic.
Speaking of dreams come true.
Yes.
If you weren't a model,
Yep.
what would you be doing?
I would probably still be pursuing the NFL.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, I played a year with the Eagles and a year with the Giants.
You did?
Yeah.
So you played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Who didn't do their research?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Pretty self? Weren't you afraid of
Yeah, don't you have insurance?
stay off my face?
No.
So you've experienced two massive dreams come true. So
Yeah.
what's the myth versus reality of, making it to the NFL and winning America's Next Top Model? What do people think life's going to be like versus actually how it was?
That there's instant fame and instant wealth, but that wasn't the case. I basically had to go out and hit the ground and hit the pavement and really go out on castings and earn my own way in the industry. Things didn't just come to me. Some opportunities did, and I capitalized on them.
Right.
But, for the most part, I had to go out there, and I'm still going out there, casting and making things happen for myself.
Awesome.
Yeah, most
But you won like a lot of money and this big contract and covers of magazines. Did that not happen?
Yeah, that happened.
But then life
It
happened.
passed.
Yeah.
So I'm more so once I achieve one goal or one thing or one step towards the ultimate goal, I'm already, working towards the next.
one.
Right.
Yeah.
And would you say, who was an inspiring figure in your life that encouraged you to pursue your passion or your dreams?
My nana and my mommy.
Aww.
The word Nana and Mommy together are just really adorable.
Just seeing how much they sacrificed for my brothers and sisters. They both were single parents, and they made it work. So just seeing that, and my mom actually took responsibility for something she did bad and went to jail for a couple years. So her making that decision to own up to what she did, although she was taken out of my life, I kind of respected it, and it showed me, a sense of responsibility, and how you should carry yourself and how you should own up to certain things.
Maturity. Yeah. Shannon's like the hugest one.
She's
right in
a
the middle.
visionary.
Yes, it's the visionary with lipstick on fleek. Guys, I want to talk about first and foremost that Keith decided to put romantic.
Ooh.
Come on now. You sit around 3-4 women. Where Jackie at? Come get your man. She's
Look at her. She's playing hard again.
why did you put romantic on the vision board?
Because romance shows a sense of charisma that you need to be successful.
So this is our vision board, but it would be amazing for you guys to do your own vision board, whether that's on your phone, your computer, or even one of these so you can see first thing in the morning. But I love visual inspiration everywhere I look. So whether it's on my fridge here, what about you guys?
Yeah, it's just nice to have a constant reminder of this is what you should be striving towards and to not lose sight of that.
And remember, only those that see the invisible will achieve the impossible. So constantly visualize yourself achieving and doing something great.
You seem like a very positive, inspiring man.
And we're so grateful to have had you today.
Thank you,
Thanks for having me.
We're gonna continue our slumber party, finish our board.
You can't stay. It's not a boys' sleepover. It's girls only.
Y'all can't just have me over and then kick me out.
Thank you so much for coming. You're awesome.
So good to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Not right now.
Jackie, see him to the door.
With your fine self.
We learned a lot about ourselves.
We learned a lot about the world of the rich and the famous.
I feel stressed out for this episode, guys.
I feel like really zen.
Yeah, I feel like, what am I doing with my life? I know, I'm like, oh, dang, I need to get my act together. I'm going to start working on my agenda when I get home. I have a to-do list to do.
Maya's coming out. Maya's got a little something in the works right now.
So do you guys feel that you are both rich and famous? And what does that mean to you?
Well, I guess I'll go first. I feel like I'm rich in relationships, in like the people that I surround myself with, the like-minded colleagues and companions. So I feel emotionally rich, and I feel like I'm rich in that sense because you gotta spend time and make memories.
And let's keep it real. You got the money too.
I don't starve. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about certain bills, but that goes towards family, so I'm worrying about them. In terms of famous, I kind of like using the term, I guess we were talking about successful. Do I think that I'm successful now? There isn't really a point in my life where I'm like, this is the moment that I've made it, that this is like, oh my god, this is my big break. I feel like every single day and every single victory or failure is a stepping stone.
I think I am rich in relationships, and that's new for me. I think I had a lot of very draining relationships I was just carrying around, and I really redefined loyalty in my life and started picking people who actually were giving something back, not just who I thought I owed something to. And so I feel rich in that regard. Famous, definitely not. Rich in money, definitely not. So I have a lot of work to do, but I'm relieved I'm doing it with people that I am inspired by.
For me, rich in relationships, yes. Especially my family and my friends. I'm so grateful that I have such amazing people in my life. And I'm like, wow, like when there are those people that are kind of like, wah, I have an easier time letting that go. Rich in finances, yes, but I want to grow and build, so I want to make sure that I can like help create more jobs. Famous, I guess a little bit. Yeah, in the
yes, own it.
in the digital world, yes. In the traditional world, I like
coming soon. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Continued.
But I would say famous in the sense that you guys know me for what I do, which is being shameless and inspiring.
It is your turn now. In the comment section below, that quiz that we did, it is your turn. And shout out to
Fine
self for coming through. Make sure you guys go and follow him.
Yes, follow him and follow us. Description box. Make sure you're subscribed so you can watch all the latest and greatest from us, and we will see you guys very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Single party.
Bye.
My